So we all know by this point that Rockstar tries to be a company that keeps making bigger and better open world experiences with each new release. This has been a thing for them basically since their early days when they were known as DMA Design. Back in those days, they always thought of achieving what others couldn't even dream of. And with the advancement of tech, they slowly pushed the boundaries of what's possible with each new console generation. I still remember being a little kid and playing the original trilogy in succession, and being absolutely wowed by the sheer amount of progress that they made in terms of world building from GTA 3 to GTA San Andreas. Of course, I was more impressed with San Andreas having the 3 cities and a massive map for its time, but I also felt how much dedication they put into building all the different side activities. Hell, to this day, I still love going to the gym in San Andreas a lot more than I do in real life. Now, without yapping too much in the intro, let's move on to the topic of this video. But of course, before doing that, a quick shout out to our first official member of the channel, Victor Vallejo, who I will forever be grateful to. You, sir, helped me out a lot, and for that, I salute you. With GTA 6 officially confirmed for a May release of 2026, the hype for this game is through the roof. One major aspect of this game, as well as pretty much every other GTA game before it, is the question of how large will the map itself be? How many square miles will we have to explore, and in how many different locations will we be able to casually run over NPCs while cosplaying as Trevor Phillips? Well, here are my honest thoughts on why the map size itself won't really matter this time around. You see, many of us always want to have things that are bigger. I mean, most of us folks probably wish that every day when we hop into the shower. But for me personally, I don't feel like GTA 6 will really lose that much if the map itself is scaled down a bit in favor of adding more detail to the world that we will explore. We already know that Rockstar will definitely add a million little details that we'll keep finding even 10 years after the game is released, but they know that we will eventually grow tired of the same stale map, just like we did with the map of GTA 5. This is a major reason why they have decided to include Mount Calaga in GTA 6 and have a contrast between flatlands, grasslands, and a semi-mountainous region. They know that people quickly got bored of GTA 5's map as it was basically just Los Santos and its surrounding area. This mistake that they made was addressed in RDR 2 with the addition of multiple different states, with each having a distinct look. If we go a bit further back, the same can be applied to San Andreas as well, as that game itself had some of the best visual transitions from city to city in any open world video game ever made. Now, if we look at both San Andreas and RDR 2, and hell, even the original Red Dead Redemption 1, we can see why having a masterfully crafted row system adds a ton of depth to the maps without having to rely on sheer scale to make the world feel huge. Unlike games that rely purely on their sheer scale, San Andreas and the RDR series rely on something much more important, and that is the world building itself. Yes, you can technically see the entire map from Mount Chiliad or from either one of the highest points in San Andreas, and yes, you can technically see everything from top of Mount Hagen in RDR 2, and you can even see Beacher's Hope from Mexico in RDR 1, but this itself doesn't break the immersion, as it doesn't rely on it to make you believe that you actually crossed a large chunk of land to get there. Instead, the convoluted road system, the slower build-up to the impactful missions, an absurd amount of tiny little details scattered around make you appreciate everything much more and take in the world one step at a time. For instance, recently I completed Watch Dogs 1, and I can tell you that I absolutely loved the game itself, but when analyzing the city itself and looking over the map, I found out that being able to immediately go to any place on the map that I wanted to just made the entire world feel a lot smaller than it actually was, especially as everything was easily accessible, and it didn't just feel the same as it did in any of the Rockstar games that I was used to playing. Hell, when I compare it, I honestly feel like Vice City from 2002 and Liberty City from 2001 are maps similar in scale to the Chicago map from Watch Dogs 1. I know that they aren't, but the aspect of the map slowly opening up as you progress really made those older games have a bigger sense of scale that I feel is lost in modern gaming. Now, the main reason I'm saying this is to prove to you that GTA 6 really won't be worse in any way if the map itself is scaled down with certain aspects of it removed entirely. We already know from the leaks as well as from Jason Schreier that the game was planned to feature both North and South America with 3 3 or 4 playable protagonists. This isn't exactly any new info, but it's perfect to use as a reference to why, even when downscaled, the 2 protagonists, the game will still feel massive.
You know what else is massive?
Yes, it would have been a really cool thing to have seamless transitions via both from Vice City to an island nation similar to Guam and Red Dead Redemption, and it would have been nice to be able to go from Vice City all the way to Liberty City while driving on a made-up coastal highway while taking in the view. But for me personally, after completing RDR 2 so many times over, I really don't care about it. No amount of additional space to explore would really entice me that much, as GTA 5 proved to me that despite the game having a much bigger map than either GTA 4 or any previous GTA game, I really didn't explore certain areas at all. Now, what the reason for that really was, I didn't know, as it kind of was a mystery for me, because I usually love exploring and just taking in the scenery. But after analyzing what I enjoyed about these long tri-city drives in San Andreas and slow cruising around in GTA 4, I realized that I enjoyed the atmosphere that was created in the environment itself. GTA 5, for instance, feels the same no matter where you are. Even when you go to sandy shores, you don't really feel like you entered a deserty area. We can maybe attribute that to the fact that the game was developed for PS3 and Xbox 360, as their ambition was limited by the hardware. But compared to San Andreas, for instance, where you have tiny little towns scattered in between the 3 major cities, with each city having a unique atmosphere and skybox, as well as tint to show the progression from one area to another, GTA 5 just feels flat. Now, if we take a closer look in the trailers for GTA 6, we can see that the game will utilize the same weather system as well as skybox from RDR 2, which in turn will give us dense fog in the Grass Rivers region with incredible atmosphere for nighttime exploration. The same will apply to the Mount Calaga area and the Red Hill Forest area, which seem to have a different type of soil that closely resembles the one from roads in RDR 2. Personally, this is an indication that there will be some landmarks that will add more depth to the exploration without having the map feel stale or repetitive in terms of landscaping. Of course, we still don't know in full what else we can expect, but if I had to guess, I think we will be seeing both the Bahamas as well as Liberty City itself. Now, I don't expect Liberty to be anything more than a scaled down version of the one we have in GTA 4 with maybe 1 or 2 missions set there, and the reason why I think this is because a while back they decided to take down the Liberty City Preservation mod, which utilized the assets of GTA 5 to fully recreate Liberty City inside of it. This can easily be nothing, but in my humble opinion, I think we will be seeing the return of Liberty City in some way. Maybe it will be just a small segment for the story mode itself, as they use it as a testing ground, but eventually we get a full-scale DLC in the future for GTA Online. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they pulled the GTA Online Project America's DLC with a yearly map release, but knowing Take-Two, it probably would be locked behind the GTA Plus subscription. And I know that people online are obsessed with measuring every square inch of GTA maps and comparing them to the ones that we got before. I know this because I am one of those people. And yes, bigger maps are certainly nice to have, but what really matters is what Rockstar will fill them out with. In San Andreas, we know that the size of the map itself wasn't what made it iconic. It was all of that little stuff that was scattered around for us to do. It was the graffiti tags, hidden basketball courts, and random Easter eggs that you probably only found on your 10th playthrough. Now, going back to the original leaks and the 3 or 4 protagonists that we were supposed to have, we can see immediately how problematic that would be without a fair bit of missions spread across each character. This was a huge problem for GTA 5, as each protagonist only had like 23 main missions to complete on his own, not giving us enough time to actually care that much for either one of them. With the downsizing to 2 characters and introduction of the bring along mechanic, which will potentially allow us to play with both protagonists in most of the missions throughout the game, we will have an advantage in terms of world building itself from the start.
Are you sure about that?
Well, at least as soon as Lucia gets out of prison. This mechanic will give us enough emotional connection to the characters while giving us a deeper look into their world, which will make the world itself feel a lot bigger than it was in GTA 5. If we now add to this the different landmarks that they've shown in the trailer as well as in the promo material, we can easily see that despite being scaled down from North and South America to a single state, this game will still be massive.
And do you know what else is massive?
Especially if we take into consideration addition, the speculated number of enterable buildings and robbery opportunities. One patent that Take-Two recently filed seems to confirm a use of new tech that potentially will allow them to iterate a lot of interiors without wasting a lot of memory, meaning that we will probably have an advanced interior system in either the story itself or in GTA Online. And if I had to guess, I would expect GTA 6 itself to have this implemented properly, but on a smaller scale, giving online something to brag about. But of course, this is just me guessing on how Rockstar's Grand Overlord would want it to be done. Now, despite initial community mapping projects showcasing a potential panhandle and people online going crazy over a pixelated icon that seems to show the map itself, we really don't know much about the final map. However, the mapping project is the closest that we have in terms of a relatively legit look at the potential map itself. With recent leaks though, it suggested that there will be no panhandle. And how legit this really is, I honestly don't know. But what I do know is that the map will still be huge in comparison to GTA 5. But what truly will make this game feel way bigger than it is are the love scenes between Jason and Lucia. Of course, I'm kidding, as that's not true. What really will do it though are the jiggle physics themselves. Again, don't take me too seriously, as I need to have some comedic value to my videos, so you don't click off of it too soon. But for real though, having a slowed down and more laid back story that simply builds up as we progress will make the world feel a lot bigger, even if the map ends up disappointing us. Side missions, random events, and everything else that has been mentioned in the leak suggests that the world itself will be big even if the map isn't. This plays perfectly into what I said earlier, as having a large number of random events, side missions, and side content scattered around in the furthest points of the map or somewhere in the middle of nowhere will help this game tremendously. Now, story-wise, I have to say that seeing Jason and Lucia grow together as characters while climbing up the criminal ladder is what GTA is all about. I mean, it's basically every single GTA story since the series has started, and honestly, it's a formula that works, as people love the underdog that ends up beating impossible odds and makes it to the top. Now, if you ask me, a blend of GTA 4, San Andreas, RDR2, and GTA 5 would be a perfect game. Something that gives us the human aspect of GTA 4 and RDR2 mixed with the over-the-top satire and action of San Andreas and GTA 5. Of course, all of this with the map design of each game taken as a base for the ultimate GTA experience. If we can add freedom in terms of mission approach to the mix, I think we will have a game worthy of being labeled as the best GTA game of all time. Now, the map size itself might end up disappointing a lot of us, and that is honestly fine, as I learned to not overhype things and just accept things for what they are. That's how I survived with GTA 5 for over a decade. With the rumored robbery system, art fences, and car fences as well as fronts, I think the map is going to be huge even if it isn't what you or me personally want it to be. Now, with the release less than a year away, I have to say that I'm absolutely hyped to finally experience a new GTA game after all this time. And no matter what the map size is, I know that my first few playthroughs, I will absolutely be enjoying it to the fullest. We will of course see how well it will do over time and if it will be considered as one of the greatest GTA maps ever, but honestly, that won't matter for a while, at least until the hype starts dying down, which will be in like 2029 when people start asking when is GTA 7 finally coming out. Saying this kind of reminded me of a guy that I think the majority of the GTA community knows about. A guy who's an absolute legend among our ranks and was living 10 years ahead of everyone else.
Oh, look what I got early from Rockstar Games themselves.
Man, I have to say that the times of GTA 6 clickbait before 2020 was something else. Anyways, what do you guys think? Will the map size affect how you perceive GTA 6 overall? Or do you only care about finally playing this goddamn game? I know that I just want to experience it before we all get blown up to bits and have the world go into nuclear winter.
God, please, no!
Thank you for taking time to watch this video, and a big thank you for helping me reach 1,000 subscribers. Also, once again, a big thank you goes out to the first official member of this channel, Victor Vallejo. Now, if you guys haven't already, please make sure to hit that like button and of course subscribe for a chance to win an RTX 7090 cards once this channel reaches 10 million. Stay silly, keep edging, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.